Most of us like a cup of coffee in the morning, but how much caffeine is too much?
Yeah, it's hard to say. And in this week's Wellness Wednesday, I found out how well, first of all, it's a powerful drug and it can really impact your mind and your body. It is Sunday morning in the car with my husband Danny and our friend James and our dog Ellie. And we are on a coffee run because for me, 2 cups of coffee, that's the norm. But Sunday's a little bit special. James, what'd you get?
I got an extra foamy latte.
Do you drink coffee?
I drink our cold brew, but usually I'll do like an iced cold brew, but then we take like nitro cold brew dubs all throughout the day.
Right.
So that's like a can of nitro, an iced cold brew. It's a ton. It's a ton of caffeine.
Coffee, tea, energy drinks. The National Institute of Health says about 85% of Americans have at least one caffeinated drink a day. How much coffee or caffeine do you have a day, James?
Actually, that's probably the first cup of coffee I've had in a little while.
Caffeine can be good for you.
The benefits of caffeine are primarily affected to the brain and cardiovascular systems. Typically, when you drink your coffee, you're going to have improved alertness, improved focus. It's going to increase a hormone called norepinephrine that also affects your heart's rate of contraction and force of contraction.
But it's easy to take a good thing too far.
I don't measure it in cups, I just measure it in the milligrams of caffeine, because I know that once I get up and around 1,200 milligrams in a day,
Oh my gosh.
then I gotta pay attention to not drinking anymore. Well, as long as you spread it out, like you don't want to have more than 1,000 milligrams in 3 hours.
Who told you this?
This Google.
Oh. I want my husband to live a long, long time. So I asked Dr. Gunnell about this logic.
The bottom line number is, for most people, they say the upper limit should be around 200 milligrams to 400 milligrams of caffeine. But this is going to be influenced by, what are your comorbid medical conditions? Do you have issues with poor sleep? Do you have anxiety? Do you have some heart arrhythmias or other heart conditions?
He says there are short-term health impacts like a racing heart, increased blood pressure, anxiety, chest pain, and headaches.
I'll definitely get headaches sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
If I'm not having.
But you say
it's more so in the afternoon. Like if I have a lot of caffeine the day before, and then I don't have as much the next day, in the afternoon I might get a headache.
Plus, it can really disrupt your sleep. Caffeine has a 5 to 6 hour half-life, meaning if you drink 200 milligrams at 3 p.m., you still have about 100 milligrams in your system at 8 p.m.
Initially, it's going to affect sleep onset. As soon as you go to bed, it may take a little longer for you to go to sleep. Really, that's why many people drink coffee, right? During your sleep, it's going to reduce the amount of REM sleep that you get. So it's going to reduce the quality of your sleep. Some people are actually woken up by the withdrawal headaches.
Danny tells me it doesn't keep him up at night.
It starts to have no effect, really.
So it's just about sustaining.
It's just like any other drug, I guess.
I
Build
know.
a tolerance.
Some people have genes that allow them to metabolize caffeine a lot faster, and some people have tolerance to caffeine.
Our friend James is working on a caffeine compromise.
When I get on a coffee run, it depends on how long I'm going to be going, because sometimes I can drink a lot of it. But I've gotten away from Malay and switched to tea just to calm my nerves down.
I guess bottom line, you're happy, you feel good?
Feeling good now that I got my cold brew.
Haley Watts, Action News Now. Well, Dr. Gunnell says if you're not sure if caffeine's helping you or hurting you, maybe take a break for a couple of weeks, track your sleep and your energy levels, and see what makes you feel better overall.
Your husband's a good sport, by the way. It's fun to see Danny there.
He's a good sport, and he really likes his coffee.
Yeah, as you know, I don't drink coffee, but I like my Coke Zero.
Oh, yeah.
That's not like
35
coffee.
milligrams in one can of Coke Zero, so that's like nothing.
But I gave up 5-hour energy, cold
nice.
turkey, and I felt the effects of giving up cold turkey, but I'm past that, and I'm never going, because I saw my blood pressure elevated a bit, so no more.
It's funny how once you start getting used to something, you just feel like you keep needing it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if I'll take a break, but I'm trying to cut back.